Rickey Smiley Morning Show. Hey, 12 minutes after the hour, y'all. This thing was being brought to you by Toyota. That's right, y'all. When you get behind the wheel of a handsomely rugged Toyota truck, mighty moments full of head-turning, half-ton swagger are always right around the corner. Toyota, let's go places. Got your front page right here. Eva, good morning.
Good morning, Ricky. Good morning, everyone, and happy Thursday. I'm your girl, Eva Marcille, here with a quick look at your front page news. Yesterday, Speaker Nancy Pelosi rejected 2 of the 5 House Republicans chosen by Minority Leader Kevin McCarthy to sit on the committee that will investigate the January 6th attack on the U.S. Capitol. So as a result, McCarthy pulled all 5 of his nominees from the process. Now, only Republican on the panel is Liz Cheney. Meanwhile, a televised town hall last night, President Biden again urged getting vaccinated against COVID-19. He also expressed how frustrated he was over how much the vaccination rate has slowed. And we'll be talking to you later on in the show about how you feel. Now, in other news, a 21-year-old Ohio man was arrested yesterday and charged with attempting to commit a hate crime to kill women in a mass shooting at sororities at an unnamed university in Ohio. And last but not least, a member of the Tarrant, Alabama City Council is refusing to resign after using the N-word at a meeting on Monday. Now, the whole thing was live streamed on the city's Facebook page. All right, that was a quick look at your front page news. For more, follow me at evamarcille.com. Rock T, what's going down in sports?
Uh-oh, Rick.
What?
All right, that's some Texas Longhorns and the Oklahoma Sooners want to leave the Big 12 and join the SEC conference. You think they want that smoke?
No, stay on over there. Because they ain't going to do nothing in the SEC.
They don't want that smoke, man. Now check this out.
They don't want to play Auburn. They don't want to play Georgia.
Alabama.
They don't want to play us. Where you at?
They may be able to handle Kentucky, you know what I'm saying? Vanderbilt, you know, some of them teams down there.
They're going to do over here.
But Texas A&M athletic director said they will not support this, and they want to be the only SEC program in the state of Texas. So for this to happen, 11 out of the current 14
now we love Texas A&M now.
Yeah, like so.
We love Texas A&M.
In order for this to happen, 11 out of the current 14 member schools must extend an invitation for Texas and Oklahoma to join the conference.
I mean, if they join the SEC, then the Big 12 ain't going to have nothing. It's going to be all SEC, everything going to the playoff. You have 4 SEC teams in the playoff, damn near.
And there's a reason why Texas A&M left the Big 12 back in the day. There's a reason why.
Right.
It's never been told, but there's a reason why. That's all I got right there, man.
Well, is Baylor in there?
No, in the Big 12?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh, wow. Wow. I don't even know who in the Big 12. That's just how crazy. It's just
That's why they were trying to get up out of there. Gary with the tweets up there, man.
All right, y'all. We all know that Beyonce wrote a beautiful song titled Ring the Alarm, where it's being reported, y'all, that 22 firefighters responded. Now, they're saying that the New Orleans firefighters doused a 1-alarm fire Wednesday night at the Garden District house reportedly owned by Beyonce and Jay-Z. Now, they're saying, y'all, that the emergency officials said that the fire was reported in the 1500 block of Harmony Street at around 6:15 last night. Now, they're saying a residential smoke alarm alerted the fire department to the blaze. Now, they had extinguished the fire, y'all, by 8:30 p.m. Now, they're saying that if they hadn't gotten there or gotten it under control, it could have definitely been worse, y'all. And, you know, people are saying that this home is reportedly a 3-story house, and it used to be a church, and it has been owned since 2015 by Sugarcane Park LLC, which shares, y'all, a mailing address with Parkwood Entertainment LLC, the management company owned by Beyonce. Now, the structure was built, y'all, back in 1926 by the then fledgling Westminster Presbyterian Church. Now, it was later used as a ballet school. Now, they're saying neither Beyonce nor her husband, Jay-Z, have confirmed they owned the home, which is blurred, y'all, on Google Maps. So let's hope everything went well. Good thing nobody was in the house or what have you. And I know Miss Tina allegedly sometimes lived back and forth between Los Angeles and New Orleans as well as Beyonce them. So it's a good thing that nobody was there. So let's just keep Beyonce and Jay-Z and the family lifted up in prayer, and hopefully that the former church, y'all, gets restored. All right, the color today is one of my favorite color. My color today, y'all, is Cameo Rose. On the high end, you say Cameo Rose, and on the low end, you say Beautiful Tan. That's your color for today. Brad, what you got coming up in the hot spot?
Coming up next in the hot spot, they ain't throwing balls no more, they throwing chicken. And I'm going to tell you all about it up next. It's the Rickey Smiley Morning Show. It's the hot spot.
Drop it like it's hot. Drop it like it's hot.
So hot and
that's hot. You can catch me at the hot spot.
It's the BRAT.
All right, 29 after the hour, y'all. This segment is being brought to you by the Tom Joyner Fantastic Voyage. The CDC announced cruising is back, and so is the Tom Joyner Foundation Fantastic Voyage 20 in 2021, sailing from Miami on November the 6th. Call 214-495-1963 or go to www.blackamericaweb.com. What up, Brett?
What up, Ricky? Good morning, everybody. I'm your girl, Brad Tat Tat, and this is the Hot Spot where we bring you music, movies, and more. So let's get off into it. During last night's episode of BET Presents The Encore, Keely Williams, she's from 3LW, she opened up about the infamous incident where she threw a bucket of KFC chicken at former 3LW member Naturi Naughton. She said, I didn't throw chicken at anybody at first. Then she said, the chicken was in my hand, but if you call my mother a B, I'm throwing whatever. She continued, throwing hands and whatever is in them over my mother. She is a saint, and if my phone was in my hand and not dinner, she would have gotten that. And none of you would have done any different. Y'all know who that is, right? Remember
Yes.
3LW? I'm getting a little tired. Oh, you're broken. Promise it. And Naturi Naughton, she's in all the power stuff. She was in that group with what's her name from come on now.
Her name was
Is
Tasha
that
from
Adrian
Power.
Ballin?
Yes, that was the group. Adrian, Keely,
Yeah.
and Naturi.
Who
Yes.
married to the preacher?
Yes, and Naturi is now Tasha in the Power series. Oh my goodness. She said she didn't throw the chicken, y'all. But then she said it was in her hand, so she threw whatever was in her hand. She did throw the chicken. I mean, she said, I didn't throw chicken at anybody. The chicken was in my hand. And if you threw it, that means you threw the chicken, girl. But anyway, moving on, y'all. Dwayne "The Rock" Johnson is officially done with Fast and Furious, y'all. When asked about his co-star Vin Diesel's recent comments that their feud was just Diesel's way of getting a better performance out of Johnson, the former wrestler told Deadline, I wish them well on Fast 9, and I wish them the best luck on Fast 10 and Fast 11 and the rest of the Fast and Furious movies that they do that will be without me. Ooh. So I guess no more Dwayne "The Rock" Johnson in the Fast and Furious. He really don't need it. I mean, he's great in it, and I don't know, maybe they not paying him enough, or maybe he just fed up. It has been a lot of Fast and Furiouses, for real.
Yeah.
All right, last but not least, y'all.
Faster and furious.
Okay. Faster and more furious.
furious.
All good, man.
Faster and more furious after next.
Right.
Remix.
Fast and Furious after next coming to America. Fast and Furious, the car color purple. Damn.
Oh, God, you stupid.
Oh, man.
That's a lot of Fast and Furious, ain't it?
I can't even. Okay.
Fast and Furious while driving in purple rain.
They all on motorcycles.
Oh, right.
Oh, God. Okay.
No more.
Oh, man.
Okay. Oh, my God. Okay, y'all. Actor Isaiah Stokes, he's been charged with murder. Back in February, the 37-year-old Tyrone Jones was shot to death in Jamaica, Queens, New York City. According to surveillance footage, Isaiah Stokes allegedly approached Tyrone Jones, parked in a car, and he fired around 11 rounds. So now, nearly 5 months later, the actor has been indicted on murder charges. The news came last Friday when he was charged with second-degree murder and 2 counts of criminal possession of a weapon. Isaiah Stokes is primarily known as the actor on the hit shows Law & Order, SVU, and Power. Regarding his role in Power, Isaiah Stokes starred as Mosey, a man who attacked the character Lakeisha Grant, played by Lala Anthony in the 6th season.
Right.
Okay. Wow, that's crazy. Why would you do that? And you got a nice career and you got great things going on. Why would you pull up on somebody's parked
Had
car
to be drunk.
and shoot them or under some type of influence? Like, that's world's dumbest criminals. Ugh, I hate it. I
Take your
hate when
whole
people
career
do
away,
dumb
your whole
stuff.
life away for real.
Yeah. Oh my God. All right, we're gonna wrap up the hot spot right there, y'all. But coming up next, we got Special K with the news you absolutely positively cannot use. And want y'all hit us up for them wake up calls at 866-9-RICKY. That's 866-9-RICKEY. The time now is 26 minutes before the top of the hour. It's the Rickey Smiley Morning Show.
He already damn told us what happened.
Haha, but I'm going to tell you how it happened. Yes, sir.
Right, that was supposed to be a tease. Supposed to say, hey, what was the story, Kim? All right, look, we be messing up on the show, so we got to talk about it.
Let me keep it real. I was supposed to say a man didn't want his girlfriend moving in. I'm about to tell you what he did to prevent her.
Exactly.
But what I said was,
You gave us the whole story.
I got excited. I said, shoot, because let me tell you the story, man. Y'all ride with me on this. Even though you know the outcome, let me tell you what happened. So, if you having some second thoughts about a significant other moving into your place,
right?
There's many ways that you can deal with this. For one, you can talk about it, discuss it.
Right.
There's a guy out there in Salt Lake City, Utah, who had much more dramatic plans instead. He set fire to his own mobile home so that there was no place for his girlfriend to move in. So when the firefighters showed up and saw the place on fire, they asked the 29-year-old, what happened? He said, something like, I know exactly how the fire started. I started it because things with my girlfriend have not been going well, and if I burn down the house, ain't no way that she can be able to move in with me.
That's crazy.
So, unfortunately, the guy didn't just burn down his own home. He also caused some significant damage to the place next door. Luckily, it doesn't sound like anyone was hurt. By the way, the police officer also told him that he was addicted to meth, and he's hearing voices in his head.
Yeah, because he got to share them rocks with her.
Yeah,
he don't want to share them rocks.
And he
when
says,
they start smoking them rocks, and then they got to share one because the girlfriend smoked too. Burn this damn house down. Because see, once you get if you on drugs, if you on crack or meth, and you got a girlfriend, that's your girlfriend forever. Like that Lewis, that couple in St. Louis that be rapping, and the chick be Snaggletooth chick be beatboxing in the background. She be talking about pound, pound, pound. You know what I'm talking about, bro? Yeah. I wish we could get them on the show. Like they together, they smoke, they drug, but people that's on drugs together do not break up. It ain't about the relationship. They just get high together.
And he hearing voices in his own head too. Because he on that meth.
He said, "Voice said, burn it down."
But come on, man, we got to come up with better ways. If you don't want your girl to move in, you can't.
Well, you can't. What better ways? You on meth. You don't know what you're doing. Yeah, you on meth, right? you don't know what you're doing.
So give me a couple other reasons on what ways would you try? Like,
what?
You don't want your girl to move in. What would you do to prevent her from moving in?
The Rickey Smiley Morning Show. Okay, I was really ready to listen.
What's up? What's up?
Got me too, right?
Nothing, okay? Everybody grows. It is hard to find the concentrate on the
Well, we gotta get them on stereo.
hold on to it.
From executive producers Eric C. Brown and Central Key Entertainment.
But that shit sound good though.
Rick Johnson
Oh, my
and All New Boss original series premieres August 1st.
Run, camp, bike, hike.
She be talking about bow, bow, bow. She the beat, she be beatboxing, and he rap.
City limits and limited
I love them, man.
the 2020.
You ain't never seen them.
You showed it to me before. I didn't know I should video.
Can't we all just get along?
At the Red House Furniture.
We can.
At the Red House.
I'm Richard, aka Big Head. I work at the Red House and I'm black.
At the Red
I like pumping iron and pumping furniture into people's homes.
I'm Johnny, aka 10 Gauge. I work at the Red House and I'm white. I like deer hunting, bass fishing, and extending credit to all people.
At the Red House.
I'm black and I love the Red House. I love the Red House.
I'm a black woman and I love the Red House.
I am white and the Red House is for me.
At the Red House.
For me. I'm white and the Red House is for me.
Look at the sofa. It's perfect for a black person or a white person.
This mattress is perfect for a white person. Or a black person.
At the Red House, where black people and white people buy furniture.
And Hispanic people too.
And all people.
The Red House
He
is
didn't
for
say-
me.
He didn't say Hispanic people. He said Hispanic people.
Hey, well, that's the worst commercial ever.
Hold it! He's half man, half woman. It's Gary. I
gonna hip you to the T. It's Gary, baby.
Gary has a tea and the color of the day. Gary.
Good morning, Ricky. Good morning, America. Good morning to you. It's Thursday, a beautiful, beautiful day in the neighborhood. And here's what's happening in celebrity news, y'all. Dr. Dre's beautiful ex-wife, y'all, Miss Nicole Young. People are saying there's a ribbon in the sky for Miss Nicole Young because she has won, y'all, a huge settlement in court. Now, according to court documents obtained by the Radar Online, they're saying a Los Angeles Superior Court judge ordered, y'all, the LA producer to pay Miss Nicole a measly $300,000 a month until a final decision is made. Now, they're saying, y'all, that the court documents read that Dr. Dre is ordered to pay Nicole spousal support in the sum of $293,306 per month, payable, y'all, on the first of each month, commencing starting August the 1st. Now, they're saying Dr. Dre will pay a total of $3,519,672 per year until Nicole remarries or enters into a new domestic partnership, which I would never remarry again. And they're saying the judge also ordered that he keep paying, y'all, her health insurance. Now, they said the amount could change given that the order is only temporary. Now, they're saying Nicole alleged that Dr. Dre, he makes $262 million in cash. He has that and in Apple stock. And that when they were together, they would only spend $2.3 million a month on living expenses. So they're saying that Dr. Dre is definitely saving some money because all Nicole wanted, y'all, was $2 million a month from him. So congratulations goes out to her. And let me tell y'all something. In health insurance, honey, ain't no joke. Now, honey, and that's good that she made sure that he keep her in health insurance, honey, because you got
her ass down there and get her like everybody else.
Well, if she get Aetna, that's a good thing because Aetna is some good insurance. But let me tell y'all something, honey. I went to the doctor yesterday. I had a CAT scan. The CAT scan was $14,000 for 5 minutes.
What?
5 minutes. That's a CAT scan. So,
Yeah,
honey,
Yeah, they get over on you. When you go to the emergency room, they charge you $100 for one Tylenol.
Yeah, so it's just, honey, so she definitely need her health insurance, honey, so he definitely, and she got to continue living that lifestyle no matter what we say that he started her with. Yes, she might need to work, but she worked with him when she was with him and helped him out and stuff. Well, no, she didn't do those beats. He may have done them, but, honey, you can't just throw somebody out in the streets when you want to, especially when it comes to your health and what have you, because I was like, I asked the woman, I said, well, girl, what the insurance pay? She said, well, they pay their part too, but you got to pay yours. I'm like, well, we don't get paid till Saturday.
But that ain't enough money for her to get her own health insurance.
Huh?
Right, that's what I was going to say,
money for her to
No, Ricky, health insurance is high as hell. No, she can't get
$300,000 a month. She can't get no Blue Cross Blue Shield.
No, because when you get it by yourself, honey, it's a single person, you got to pay a lot of money. You got to pay a lot of money. So, honey, he continued. He got money and he got all that and stuff. So, and Apple and all that other stuff. And go ahead and pay her insurance and let her kind of.
And how much he make a year?
Who?
Dr. Dre.
Oh, well, he got $262 million. She said. Plus, that's in cash. She said. Plus, he got stock in Apple. So,
he a bona fide billionaire.
And so he got some coins.
Yeah, he ain't gonna miss that $200,000 a month, but it's. Just get to it and go on about your business.
Exactly. All she could have gave her coin and she wouldn't be fighting with it, but the judge just gave it to her, honey. So there you have it. I'll never forget watching the series of Different World when Whitley Mama told her, honey. She said, me and your daddy, we got married, we loved each other. She said, but when we divorced, honey, it took the damn judge to give me what I needed. So
if I was Dr. Dre, I'll go find the most handsome man in the world and pay him $500,000 and move him to seduce the hell out of her and romantic. Put him in a damn mansion and say, you have to marry me. Get her brain, get her in love, and get her married, and then say, hey, bro, here was some cash going on about your business.
That is too clever. I would hope she. Y'all dirty. Moving on, child. Another celebrity news, y'all. A$AP Rocky, y'all. They say, baby, he loves his woman. When a man loves a woman, now they say he threatened, honey, the paparazzi because they took some bad pictures of Rihanna. How in the hell? Now they're saying that A$AP Rocky ran down a popular New York paparazzi, honey, after the pair released some unflattering pictures of Rihanna, y'all. And they're saying that many celebrities and even Brett, y'all know this, including Rihanna, y'all, and A$AP, they have strong relationship, y'all, with the paparazzi. Now they're saying, y'all, that the celebrities usually tip off the paparazzi to let them know where they're going. So like they say, oh, we're going to McDonald's. So the paparazzi will run to McDonald's, say that Rihanna at McDonald's, and take pictures of them, and they put that all out in the public. But evidently the picture that Rihanna had taken was not good to his say, and he was fighting the guy. Why does that happen? Why would y'all do that if you're telling people to go somewhere and if you get a bad picture, then you get mad and want to fight with the paparazzi?
Well, how do you know she told him to go there?
Well, no, well, I'm not saying she told him to go there. Just saying that y'all celebrities usually let the paparazzi know when y'all going somewhere. Don't y'all do that, Eva and Brett?
Absolutely not.
Y'all don't.
Absolutely not.
So the paparazzi just happen to end up where y'all just happen to be and take a picture of you.
Man, we
Oh,
coming
they
out
will
the radio.
follow you, child. They will follow you because they know where you at. Like when I came out the. Go ahead, Ricky.
Yo, I was about to ask you, how many times you walked out the radio station, going to get in your car and damn TMZ right there?
Man, off the elevator, standing there like they minding their business till you look up and they behind you with the camera asking you questions. Don't run up like that. I'm from Chicago. We don't play them games.
Right. I'm talking about at the station, they would be stalked at the station. I mean, I used to run into them all the time. And I give them an answer that's something and that's why mine never. Ask me a question, Brett. I'm going to tell you how I used to answer them.
How do you feel about ASAP Rocky and Rihanna?
Hey, man, I love Hulk Hogan and all of the great things and winning the Super Bowl. And God, I swear, and T.D. Jake's book really inspired my life and walk off. Yes. They be confused like hell. They say, it don't never air.
All right, well, the color today, honey, is one of my favorite colors. My color today, y'all, is Cameo Rose. On the high end, you say Cameo Rose, and on the low end, you say Beautiful Tan. That's your color for today.
All right, y'all, give it up for Gary with the T.
One time.
All right, y'all, here we go. Time for the wake-up calls. 866, man. Ricky, come on.
It's time to get yourself together. Cause it woke you up this morning, slid you in your house shoes, so it would be better. Wake up, wake up, wake up. Encourage each other and be productive. The Ricky Smiley Morning Show, wanna know where you calling from, so come on and tell us and just wake up.
So this is the number one pimp from Springfield, North Carolina. I want my wife to get up and my side piece to get up so they can get the hell out here so I can get my butt to work. Wake up, y'all.
Good morning, Katrina Love, calling from Tuskegee, Alabama. Waking up, Cecilia Law. It's her birthday and her anniversary. Wake up, wake up, wake up.
Yeah, this is Steve from Baton Rouge. I want to wake up everybody in the Skyland, Minnesota University area. Wake up, wake up, wake up, wake up.
Say, wake up to Tyler Perry. He did that damn thing with the have and have nots last night. He did. Love it, and love y'all. Y'all is wake up, wake up.
Hi, this is Eric from Chattanooga, Tennessee. Wake up, everybody in Chattanooga and Rickey Smiley Morning Show. Thank you all for all the great things you do. Wake up, wake up, wake up.
Let them know. Where you at, Norfolk? Wake up. In Birmingham, wake up. Oklahoma, wake up. Wake up, wake up, wake up. St. Louisville, wake up. New Orleans, wake up. Hey, Memphis, wake up. Wake up, wake up, wake up.
I appreciate it, Brett.
You welcome, Ricky.
Hey, Brett. Boy, one day Craig was in the shower singing this damn song right here. We was all laid outside of that bedroom on the floor crying, laughing. Craig had got my nephew Craig had got his first little girlfriend, and you should have heard him in there taking a shot talking about no one. And then he said,
He said,
oh. Boy, I swear I promise to God, if nothing else funny has ever happened in my house, Craig had got his first little girlfriend. He was in there taking a shower, singing that damn Alicia. And he wasn't but about 11 or 12. He was in elementary school, or middle school, whatever. But he was like, and he was vibrato too.
Well, dog, that was today's Sail Away song of the day. Alicia Keys, No One. Be sure to join Alicia Keys along with all the other non-stop entertainment on the Tom Joyner Foundation. Fantastic voyage in November. Go to RickySmileyMorningShow.com for your chance to enter and win a cabin on a cruise. No purchase necessary. We got more Rickey Smiley Morning Show coming up.
Right, yeah, Black Tony heard what he said.
I do what I know right here. Ain't nobody called to check on me since yesterday, so. Nobody called to check on me. You talking about you my boss, man, you my friend. So you ain't called to check on me. I've been locked up, so I'm in jail right now.
You in jail?
Yeah.
So you're not coming to work. So you're not coming to work today?
Yeah, I'm kind of work. And I'm in jail, so I mean, come on, cuz, what kind of question that is? You don't even know, so you don't even know, man. You ain't even called to check on me.
Bro,
I'm gonna be out in a couple of hours, though.
It ain't about you. Everybody got stuff going on and stuff that they dealing with.
It's a misunderstanding. I got locked up for a false charge. They said I was fighting a woman. You know I don't fight women. You know that. You know that. You know I had a situation yesterday where I had picked up this woman from the drag queen drag thing show.
Yeah, you was with a
And,
transgender.
I thought it was. She looked like Beyonce, but then
Right.
she was not. She, I found out something real disturbing when I looked.
Yeah.
And Shawty got mad at me because I told Shawty, you got to go. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
And Shawty got upset and jumped on me, Shawty.
So y'all got to fight.
No, Shawty beat my ass. Shawty choked me out.
Oh yeah, they will.
Put me in the wall.
Yeah,
Shawty
they will transform.
Water.
So why you locked up?
And because I was trying to fight. I was trying to fight for my life. Shawty, to get up out of there. And somebody called the police. The police came and said the man and the woman were fighting. I don't fight no women, Shawty. And
so you got beat up by a dude with a dress on, yeah.
And then, and I said, they talking about this. I said, look, Shawty, I'm not fighting a woman. I'm fighting a man. They said it looked like a woman to us. I said, pull that dress up. This is what I'm talking about. And they pulled the dress up, Shawty, and they see what I was talking about. But then they had already locked me up. So the judge said they got to let me go because I was just fighting another people.
Thank you for being a friend.
Yeah.
Here, girl.
Oh, yeah.
Hey, let's go.
Hold it! Half man, half woman. It's Gary. I wanna hip you to the T. It's Gary, baby.
All right, Rickey Smiley Morning Show. It is 6 minutes after the hour. Gary has the tea and the color of the day. What up, Gary?
Good morning, Ricky. Good morning.
Oh my.
Good morning.
What you say, Brad?
Good morning, America. It's Thursday. A beautiful day in the neighborhood. And here's what's happening in celebrity news, y'all. People are saying a friend in need is like a friend indeed, huh? And Rashida Frost, y'all, she recently celebrated the friend of hers, Miss Tiny Tamika Harris' 46th birthday. And people are raving, y'all, what she gave her for her birthday. This kind of friends I need. Now, Tiny recently celebrated her birthday. And they're saying, that she and Rashida have been friends for quite a while. So what Rashida did, honey, she gifted Tiny, y'all, a $10,000 shopping spree at her Prince Boutique, y'all, in the Phipps Plaza in Atlanta. And people are saying that's the kind of friend that we need, honey. $10,000 at a store? That's I mean, Brad, even have y'all ever did that? I know, Ricky, you probably haven't, but have y'all ever given somebody $10,000 as a gift?
Yeah, that's not a crazy gift for somebody you care about or for your friend and you got it. It's not crazy.
Right.
But it's just a friend,
and she owns
though.
that store. You have to think about it. She owns that store, so it's not the same as just giving someone $10,000. But she let her in a shopping spree at her store for $10,000.
Oh my
Close
God.
it down and let her go in there and just shop.
Just get whatever she wants. That's dope.
That is, I'm like, oh, honey, I need those kind of friends. Just $100 shopping spree, honey. But congratulations,
You couldn't buy
Tiny.
nothing with no $100. The stuff you be having.
A bacon, egg, and cheese biscuit from Hardee's and some hash browns. Happy birthday.
Yes. Anyway, so congratulations, y'all. But all right, moving on in other celebrity news, y'all. Baby Miss Naomi Osaka, honey. Y'all know Megan Kelly. Rick, I know you know who she is.
Yeah.
Megan Kelly, the reporter. Baby, they say Miss Naomi put this girl in her place, honey, after, the journalist questioned her decision to pose, y'all, for the cover of Sports Illustrated swimsuit edition. Now, Megan criticized Naomi, y'all, after the tennis shop unveiled her first Sports Illustrated cover recently. Now, Naomi graced the cover. There was 3 people on the cover, Megan Thee Stallion and Lena Bloom. Now, honey, Miss Naomi captioned the tweet, first Haitian and Japanese woman on the cover. And the 23-year-old also unveiled her cover of the Vogue Hong Kong magazine. Well, honey, instead of being congratulated by Megan, honey, Miss Megan slammed this girl, say, first of all, girl, you don't want to talk to the press, but you're going to sit there and pose on all these different magazines. And baby, Miss Megan came back, Naomi came back and said, first of all, what you don't know, since you're a journalist, you should know these things. I did this all a year ago. So all 3 of these covers, honey, happened a year ago. So she said, you need to get the facts together. Well, then, honey, y'all remember, honey, Miss, what's her name, child? That old tennis player, God, I can't think of her name right now. it's not in front of me right now.
The one that
what was her name?
The lady tennis player that I know you're talking about.
Yeah,
was the lady the first female tennis player to play against a man back in the day with the glasses.
Yeah, Miss Martina Navratilova.
Oh no,
not Billie Jean. Miss Martina Navratilova.
Right,
honey. She told Miss Megan go pick on somebody your own size, honey. And then Megan clapped back and say, honey, what a phony. She said, you mocked Naomi's claim at first. She said, then the woke came for you and you folded like a cheap tent. So these girls all just jumped on this girl and what have you. And then what's his name decided he want to come in to Pierce and say something. Honey. It was just a mess, but got the right to do what she want to do though, doesn't she? I mean, she's young. She don't have to talk to the press if she don't want to. I don't guess.
Nah. Yeah, and
she had a match, and she chose not to speak to the press. It became a big deal. She apologized and explained that she has social anxiety at times and chose not to speak. So that's where Megan's coming from, but she's just a hater. Naomi is everything. Her Barbie doll sold out. We love that girl.
Yeah, I guess so. Poor thing, honey, but they eating her lunch, honey, but she's moving on and pressing forward. So speaking of moving on and pressing forward, y'all, I still don't understand this. And Ricky, we hadn't talked about this. I don't understand why. Jeff Bezos, y'all, he gave, honey, Van Jones $100 million.
Who?
Van Jones, the reporter from CNN, they say Jeff Bezos, he gave $100 million, y'all, to Van Jones, and he also gave $100 million to Jose Andres, y'all, to donate to charities of their own. Now they're saying, y'all, that they could give to the charities of their own, or they could share their what he says up to them. Now they're saying Bezos also announced that he called, what he called the Courage of Civility Award. Now, people are saying that, sometimes he said dreams come true, just what Jones said, and added that the headlines around the world should be anything is possible if you believe. Now, Andres, who started out the nonprofit World Central Kitchen to feed those affected by the natural disasters, said that this award itself cannot feed the world on its own, but this is the start of a new chapter. And Anderson Cooper, y'all, who has been anchoring CNN's coverage of the flight of the Blue Origin spacecraft, he was quite surprised. Obviously, they knew none of this and didn't know anything about it, but Mr. Jones said that Bezos called him over the weekend to inform him of his plans, and he said, y'all, that he thought that his bring people together across parties, the border, all people. Now, a lot of people say they think white women coming out the woodwork, honey, after Van Jones got this $100 million, honey. So, hopefully he do the right thing, honey, and help the world.
They're going to put on the wrong color shoes, and they're going to be flocking. They coming, they on their way.
I'm trying to figure that out. But anyway, congratulations. But how can you give people that kind of money and just give it to them? I don't understand that. $100 million?
He gave it to him for his foundation.
Right.
Van Jones has an organization that he does like some community work. And I guess he's a fan of his, and so he said he can do what he wants to do with it.
Yeah, so that means that's not just for the foundation then. You can do whatever you want to do with that. Means, honey, you give to all these women and all that other stuff too. But we hope Van do the right thing, honey. I know he not too long went through a divorce with his wife, honey, and stuff. So hopefully that he ain't got to pay her no spouse support or anything out of that $100 million. So we're going to keep him lifted. All right, the color today, honey, is one of my favorite colors. My color today, y'all, is Cameo Rose. On the high end, you say Cameo Rose, and on the low end, you say Beautiful Tan. That's your color for today.
Y'all give it up for Gary with the T.
One time.
Did you see that post?
People are talking.
Here's what's trending on the Rickey Smiley Morning Show.
The growing number of unvaccinated people that are dying from COVID. How does it make you feel? Cases of COVID-19 have tripled over the past 3 weeks, and people being put in the hospital, only because I can't say hospitalizations.
You just said it.
Oh, God. Wow, I did it.
You just said it.
Congratulations. In Jesus' name, I was praying, boy. I was tight when I got to that word. I said people being put in the hospital. Yeah, and listen, and deaths are rising among unvaccinated people. A Birmingham doctor shared on Facebook how she has been able to convince people to take the vaccine, and her post has gone viral.
Yeah, man. Here's what Dr. Brittany Kabaya's post says. I made a lot of progress encouraging people to get vaccinated lately. I'm admitting young, healthy people to the hospital with very serious COVID. One of the last things they do before they're intubated is beg me for the vaccine. I told them I hold their hand, and then I tell them I'm sorry, but it's too late. A few days later, when I call time death, I hug their family members, and I tell them the best way to honor their loved one is to go get vaccinated, and encourage everyone they know to do the same.
Rock, I want you to go back. Go back to that bowl. Go back. Started. I've made a lot of progress encouraging people to get vaccinated. That people really need to hear that again. Start at do you. Listen to this. Right there.
Where you at?
Do you want to know how?
Absolutely. I'm admitting young, healthy people to the hospital with very serious COVID infections. One of the last things they do One of the last things they do before they're intubated is beg me for the vaccine.
And she said what?
I hold their hand. I tell them that I'm sorry, but it's too late. A few days later, when I call time of death, I hug their family members and I tell them the best way to honor their loved one is to go get vaccinated and encourage everyone they know to do the same. And then they cry. And then they tell them that they didn't know. They thought it was a hoax. They thought it was political. They thought because they had a certain blood type of a certain color skin, they wouldn't get sick. They thought it was just the flu, but they were wrong. And they wish they could go back, but they can't. So they thank me, and they go get their vaccine. And I go back to my office, write their death note, and say a small prayer that this loss will save more lives.
So how does the growing number of unvaccinated people dying from COVID make you feel? Do the deaths hit differently now? Do you feel sorry for them or their families because they believe misinformation? Hit us up at 866-9-RICKY, 866-9-RICKEY. It's real. I just had a real text exchange with my oldest daughter yesterday that hadn't been vaccinated, and I just texted her this morning. I said, you got 24 hours to get vaccinated, and like I'm not playing. I cut off all finance. I'm like, I'm not playing, and what they're doing is my younger kids listen to their older brother who's a conspiracy theorist on anything or whatever. And I told my youngest son, I said, I take care of you. I'm your parent. I'm your dad. You know what I'm saying? I have your best interest. I wouldn't tell my own son to go and do something. My son, yes, sir, he went on down there and he got a shot and he's done with it. My daughter, she said she got her first shot or whatever. You know what I'm saying? Like, just do what I tell you to do because I know this stuff. I hang with Dr. Colley. We good friends. And we talk about this all the time. All these black doctors did not go to HBCUs only to get black folks killed. That's crazy.
Man, the same thing, Rick, that you just described. I'm dealing with that as we speak right now.
Right. But when they hold it, it's too late to get the vaccine, right? When you're getting ready to get on a incubator. You know what I'm saying? You don't want that.
If you're one of those people that's still confused or really don't understand, just look at it like this. It's real simple. Before the vaccines, thousands and thousands of people were dying because it is COVID-19.
Numbers don't lie.
After the vaccines,
the death
rate continues to go up for people who has not been vaccinated. So that alone right there is just kind of a common sense type thing, man. Just get vaccinated.
It's the numbers just don't lie.
Absolutely.
And the only people that are hospitalized now are the unvaccinated.
The ones that's not vaccinated.
Yeah, because you'll get COVID or whatever, but you might be asymptomatic, but you're not going to get into the disease state of the of coronavirus. Let's go to the calls. Good morning.
I feel like that it's due to the conspiracy theories and the misinformation. I am a healthcare worker that's been working the whole pandemic, and people need to get vaccinated. It is important for people to get vaccinated. It is important to our kids. It is important to our whole world that we continue to get vaccinated because, as we all know, viruses continue to mutate. So some protection is better than none. This is Shellin from Springfield, Ohio, and I really think that people should get vaccinated. I was one that refused to do it, but because I want to take a cruise, I went on and got that. But it is about these kids not being able to get vaccinated, and they don't have a solution to that situation yet. I think that everybody need to think about these kids and going and get vaccinated because if they get flu shots, what's wrong with getting something that's going to save your life? And it's about living today.
I'm thinking maybe that a lot of people are not getting vaccinated because we are told that vaccines are not FDA approved. And I'm just wondering, how can they force, like people in the medical field, force people to take the vaccine or strongly urge people to take the vaccine, and it's not FDA approved?
It is. That's
Can
not
I respond
true.
to that? Because me and Dr. Colley were just having a text back and forth about this yesterday. The FDA approval process it's a bureaucratic process. It's not that the vaccine hasn't been thoroughly tested.
Right.
It's that it's a bureaucratic and now somewhat of a political process, and it's time consuming. And even once they approve it, so what you're saying is you don't trust the government until the government tells you can trust the government. It doesn't make sense.
Right. All right, y'all. Let us know what you think. Y'all hit us up on our Facebook page, man. So if you didn't get in this morning, we want to continue this conversation. Go to RickySmileyMorningShow.com or hit us up on social media. All right, more Rickey Smiley Morning Show coming up. Jeff Johnson got 3 things you need to know. You don't want to miss that. Up next, Rickey Smiley Morning Show. Next. All right, Rickey Smiley Morning Show. Is Jeff Johnson got 3 things you need to know. What up, Jeff?
Ricky, what's up, brother? How you doing, man?
Man, blessed this morning. How you feeling?
Man, I'm good. But listen, I have heard a lot of people asking a lot of questions about Jeff Bezos' $100 million going to Van Jones.
Oh.
And so I wanted to break down a couple of things. One, let's be clear. Jeff Bezos, after being at the edge of space for 11 minutes, came back and then announced this $200 million gift that was going to Van Jones and also going to the chef. And what's interesting is a week before, Bezos gave $200 million to the Smithsonian Institute National Air and Space Museum. So, he could throw $200 million around because $200 million is barely his interest for the day. So let's put in context this is and how much this isn't. But the second thing is when people start asking about why Van Jones, a lot of people only know Van from CNN, right? Or the fact that he was with the Reform Alliance. But Van has been an activist for the last 25 years. I mean, the first time I met Van was in the late 90s when he was running the Ella Baker Center out of the Bay and training young people and mobilizing young people around issues such as the prison industrial complex. And, he went from there to serving on and helping to fund and train a number of organizations. And then he was, Obama's green czar. And then, so Van has been in this space for a long time. You can like him, you can not like him, you can agree with him, you can not agree with him, but he's got a legitimate track record of service. And he also has, Rick, been in a place where because what they did when Bezos gave this award, he actually made it an award.
Right.
And he said that he was giving this award in the name of courage and service. Right. And what he talked about was that there are a whole lot of people who are courageous. Courage and civility. Mm-hmm. He said there are a lot of people that are courageous, but they're mean. And many of us, criticize Van because as he was doing work with reform, he was working with Trump to get people out of jail. He was working with Republicans in states like Pennsylvania to try to change laws around probation and parole. And so he's been that guy that has worked on both sides of the aisle and been criticized for it in the name of trying to make things happen. And that's what Bezos was saying we need. He said we need people that can unify and not divide. And so in large part, and with the reform movement, he was working with all billionaires, right? I mean, in large part, that was our guy from Philly who was working with Meat and brought together Jay-Z and brought together a bunch of other millionaires and billionaires to fund that. So he also has trust within the billionaire community. So, and what he's being asked to do now, Rick, is decide how he thinks $100 million should be distributed to create impact. And I already know a couple of people that he's called to get guidance on it. So I at least know that Van's not thinking that he can do this on his own. I think, $100 million go a long way or go nowhere. Because we all know you could take $1 million, you could just give out $100 million grants.
Right.
And it probably wouldn't make a great impact, Rick. because it wouldn't be sustainable. What would happen after that million was gone? But if you think really about what's the one thing or two things you want to create impact in, who are the people that are on the ground that are already doing it, that have proven that they know how to, and that we can put an influx of cash into to increase their capacity, to give them technical assistance, to give them support on their leadership and lift up new leaders. There may be a way that this $100 million, brother, can do some real good. So I'm very interested in hearing how Van decides to do this. There's a lot of pressure on that brother, man, because a lot of folks in our community think $100 million is a lot more than it is. And I'm not here to say that it's not. But you know, Rick, that when it comes to making a change, It's expensive.
Absolutely.
And it takes a long time. So, I wanted to break that down in a way because I know there are a lot of people like, why in the hell did Van get this money? What is he going to be able to do with this money? And the crazy thing is he literally can do whatever he wants. Right. He could create his own organization and fund it, which I don't think he'll do because he doesn't want those optics, or he can decide where he wants to create impact. So I wish him well, because if this is done right, there's some folks in our community that are going to be able to do a hell of a lot better work than they were able to do 2 months ago because of this gift. But don't be confused. Bezos gave this because he was being criticized, I believe. But others would say Bezos, if he gave $200 million to the museum 2 weeks before, and he and his wife is listed as the most philanthropic people in America, he's clearly giving money all over the place that he's not talking about. So this for me is really about how do we encourage Van to use this to leverage real impact in our community. That should be the focus at this point.
That is, Jeff. Let them know how you can be reached.
At Jeff's Nation on all social media. Appreciate you, Rick. Y'all have a fantastic Thursday and enjoy the weekend. I'll talk to y'all next week.
Oh man, Lisa Stanfield, 6 minutes after the hour. Get ready.
Oh my God, Ricky, I remember this song when we was in high school, and we used to sing this song all the time.
No, damn high school. That came out in 90.
I was in high school. They ain't no 90.
No damn 90.
Oh, no, you wasn't in high school in 90, brother.
I graduated in 87. No, sir. You would not sit there and let
do the math.
You would not let that lie roast today.
We sang that one in school.
No, sir. That came out in 90, sir.
Now, Gary think he a millennial now.
High school teacher.
But let me tell you something, though, honey.
Go ahead, Gary.
I'm going to just say this, honey. I did too much lying, honey, wasted too much time. She said, but now I'm here and crying. I. Now, the part of it that really was touching on Ricky, she said she'd been around the world and she couldn't find her baby. She said, but she don't know when and she didn't know why.
You better
but
preach.
She said, why he's gone away. She didn't know none of that. She said, and I don't know where he could be. But what she said was she going to find her baby. She said she going to find him. She don't know why and when, but she gonna find him. And I think that's a nice national anthem for a lot of women, honey. They gotta know that they gonna find their baby.
That's right. A lot of people found their baby.
Right.
Yes.
And she been around the what, Gary?
The world. So she been everywhere. She been to Africa.
Name some of the places she been, Gary. Go ahead.
She been to Africa. She been to Japan. She been to Swahili. She been to Europe. She been to Pakistan.
Swahili's a language.
She been to Pakistan, honey. She been to Jamaica. She been to Texas. She been everywhere around the world, and she gonna find that damn man. And she gotta find him.
Right.
She have to
Why
find him.
does she have to find him, Jerry?
Because she don't know when and why, but she have to find him.
Right.
She has her baby. She wasted too much time lying.
Right.
So she must have lied to somebody.
She stopped lying and got her a plane ticket.
She got a plane ticket. She said, but now I'm here and crying. She said, but I've been around the world and I'm going to find my baby.
And for the people that just turning the radio on, where did she go again, Gary?
She been to Jamaica. She been to Swahili. She been to Pakistan. She been to Guam. She been to Jawans. She been to Texas. She been to Fiji.
I didn't know Texas was a country.
She been to Fiji.
I didn't know Swahili was a country.
She been to Toulouse. She been everywhere.
Toulouse.
Yep. That's all out over the seas, damn. Y'all know that's overseas, honey.
She went to Zamunda.
Zamunda. She been everywhere, and she gonna find her damn baby, and I'm not mad at her, honey.
And you know what? She
Wakanda. She been to Wakanda. She been everywhere.
That's right.
She been around the world.
And who sang the song, Rock?
Lisa. From Zamunda. Lisa from Queens.
Yes, honey. Nah, baby, she gonna find her baby, honey.
I can't breathe. More Rickey Smiley Morning Show coming up. All right, Rickey Smiley Morning Show, 27 minutes after the hour. Y'all, the front page news is being brought to you by America's Best. Don't overpay for eyewear. Visit America's Best and get 2 pairs and a free exam for just $69.95. It's not just a better deal, it's America's Best. Eva, good morning.
Good morning, Ricky. Good morning, everyone, and happy Thursday. I'm your girl, Eva Marcel, here with a quick look at your front page news. At a CNN town hall on yesterday in Ohio, President Biden expressed extreme frustration over people who refuse to get vaccinated against COVID-19. As case numbers rise, top officials will meet to discuss mask recommendations. CDC advisors will also meet today to review whether a booster shot of the COVID vaccine will be necessary soon. Meanwhile, Speaker Nancy Pelosi blocked 2 Trump allies from sitting on the committee that will investigate the January 6th attack on the U.S. Capitol. Pelosi said the 2 supported efforts to block the certification of Biden as president, and as a result, Minority Leader Kevin McCarthy pulled all 5 of his nominees from the process. Now the only Republican on the panel is Lee. In other news, 4 major drug companies reached a $26 billion deal with states over their role in the opioid epidemic. There are thousands of lawsuits currently out there, and that money will go to states and communities to help pay for additional programs if the state agrees to drop the lawsuits. And lastly, gun violence in the U.S. is on a rise. In response, the Justice Department is launching a series of anti-gun trafficking strike forces to target the source of gun crime. The strike forces will be based in Chicago, Los Angeles, New York, the San Francisco Bay Area, and Washington, D.C. All right, that was a quick look at your front page news. For more, log on to the RickeySmileyMorningShow.com. Rock T, what's going down in sports?
Well, the Tokyo Olympic organizing committee fired the director one day before the opening ceremony because of a Holocaust joke he made during a comedy show act in 1998.
Yeah. I mean, that's crazy. And everybody going back in the 90s canceling people for things that they said. I mean, I don't think, I guess it'll be Lil Darryl next week.
Yeah, because you ain't going to be able to host the Special Olympics. Like, they ain't never
Not
call you
after
for
doing
that.
Lil Darryl and Precious running down the football field with that damn leg, and then that old man can't catch Precious out that foot. I know damn well they have me host the special, but they love me. Them kids like that, they love me. They used to call me out of get me out of class in high school to go and get those students to calm down. I was the only one in high school that could get them calm. Like Michael.
Stop it. Let me tell you about the reports that Texas Longhorns and the Oklahoma Sooners, they want to leave the Big 12, Rick, and join the SEC. Texas Longhorns and the Oklahoma Sooners, do they want that SEC smoke?
No. Stay where you at where you can be great.
But they, Texas A&M athletic director said, man, they will not support this. They want to be the only SEC program in the state of Texas. So for this to happen, 11 out of the current 14 member schools must extend an invitation to join the conference.
So what's wrong with the Big 12? Super Day, what's wrong with the Big 12? You got Oklahoma, you got Texas, you got Baylor, you have
Texas Tech, you got Iowa, you got West Virginia. You know what I'm saying? I mean, you got
want more. You want
TCU.
more TCU, but you want more notoriety. But the way you get that is by winning. You win.
You got to win your win.
But if you win everything in the Big 12, you get to go and play people in the SEC in the
playoffs,
10 in the ACC, right?
Yes.
I mean, so why can't you be the king of your own domain?
If Oklahoma has owned the Big 12.
Right. And they've been to the playoffs to play. They played Georgia. They played Alabama. They played, you know what I'm saying? So SEC, and then you don't even get to make it to the playoffs.
I'm right there with you, dog.
Because if they go to the SEC, Texas and Oklahoma ain't going to the, I don't care who get mad. Everybody up there listening to us in Lawton, in Normal, Oklahoma, in Oklahoma City,
well,
and everybody, they ain't gonna beat Auburn. Texas can't even beat Auburn.
I'm with you on that, but there's a lower part of the SEC. You got your Kentuckys and your Tennessees and your Vanderbilts.
They can't beat Ole Miss. Lane Kiffin is the coach at Ole Miss. Ole Miss almost beat Alabama. You got Georgia. You got Alabama. You got Auburn. You got
LSU.
LSU. You don't want.
But I'm talking about the Kentuckys and the Tennessees and the Vanderbilts.
I would put Oklahoma over Texas A&M any day.
You what?
I'll put Oklahoma over Texas
Not any
A&M.
day. Not
Any
any
day.
day.
I'm talking
Not
about
any
right
day.
now.
Not any
No
day.
day.
Yes.
Come on,
No
man.
day.
Yes. What has A&M done in the SEC?
A&M has held their own.
A&M is a problem in the SEC.
They has held their own.
Absolutely, they have. We can go back and look at the charts.
In the games that they've lost, they barely lost.
Right.
They was in those games, so it ain't they getting blown
Texas
out.
A&M
Hold on. Let me explain this. They have a column for W. They have a column for L. Do they have a column for barely?
You right about that, dog.
Okay.
You know what you just
Win,
did?
loss. That's
Hey,
it.
You know what you just did by saying that? You just earned your super back to your name.
That's what I'm talking about.
You Super Dave again.
Drop it like it's hot. Drop it like it's hot.
So hot
and that's hot. You can catch me at the hot spot. It's the
8:30.
VR18.
I'm with you when you're right, dog.
Give us a show on ESPN. Man, listen, man, this segment is being brought to you by the Orange Blossom Football Classic. Everybody in Tallahassee, Jackson, here we go. Labor Day weekend, y'all know what's going down. The Hard Rock Stadium, City of Miami Gardens, Florida A&M versus Jackson State. For more information, y'all need to go to orangeblossomclassic.com to see FAMU Band and that damn Sonic Boom. And you know, black people, we going to leave after halftime. We black people, we don't find out who won the game until we at the after party. But we going to see the damn band. After that damn Sonic Boom and them drum majors and FAMU Band get off the field.
The Marching 100? Come on.
Boy, we leaving the stadium. We don't care who won, as long as the band won. All right, what's up, Brett?
Good morning, Ricky. Good morning, everybody. I'm your girl, Brett Tat Tat, and this is the Hot Spot where we bring you music, movies, and more. So let's get off into it. Former friends and co-founders of Rockefeller Records, Dame Dash and Jay-Z won't start breaking bread anytime soon. In a recent interview with Variety, Dame Dash spoke again on his NFT legal dispute over the Reasonable Doubt album. He said, "My main question has forever been, why doesn't he want to sell me my third? Then we look under the hood and it's, oh snap, there's this change in the copyright that we know Rockefeller Records held. There is no money for representation through Spotify or streaming services, so where is the money going now? And who authorized any changes to its copyright? I didn't. I just want some answers to some questions. I'm the boss of Rockefeller Inc. Everybody knows I'm the CEO, and Jay was the artist. That was our jobs. That's a known fact." And Lord have mercy. He also revealed that the third founding member, Biggs Burke, allegedly tried to meet up without him on July 16th to attempt to change the company's bylaws that the group had initially agreed to. And he said they can't change the bylaws. That's one thing we're disputing. We sent our objections to that as well. It's an unauthorized vote. My lawyer is filing papers to ask the court to make it clear that they must abstain from any meetings or votes until such point in time that auction can take place. Whew, Lord have mercy. It's just getting ugly, Lord.
Yeah.
What y'all think about that? Should he go after it because he want to sell it and it's his, or should he let it go or talk to Jay-Z and see if they could work out something without it being ugly? Maybe he's tried that, or they've tried that and it didn't work, so he's taking this route.
Yeah, he's trying. It seems like he's just trying to say, you know what, we ain't gonna get along, so just go ahead and buy my third. You can have it all. Give me my check, and I'll go out. I'll go.
I think that would be the best.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, he's
we
not
just
claiming
want peace.
anything else. Yeah, we all do just want peace.
Well, you don't think maybe Beyonce should just step in and tell Jay-Z to do the right thing and give that man his money and let him go, since Becky was with the good hair, his wife or what have you?
Oh, Gary.
Oh, Gary. Moving on, y'all, last but not least, a television series based on the life of human rights activist Malcolm X is in the works at Sony Pictures Television TriStar. And according to Variety, the executive producer of the series is Malcolm X's daughter, 58-year-old Ilsa Shabazz. The show will be based upon the novels X, a novel, and The Awakening of Malcolm X, which both were co-written by Ilyasa or Elisa Shabazz. That is what's up. All right, y'all, we're going to wrap up the hot spot right there. But coming up next, we got the Praise Mixdown. I'm your girl, Brett Tat Tat. You can catch me on all my social media. It's So Brett. The time now is 24 minutes before the top of the hour. It's the Rickey Smiley Morning Show.